Good day. I'm Stella Marie Gundaya and we are presenting Prevention Encryption with my partner Jason Patrick Sagmeister. Encryption is a process of encoding information. This process converts the original representation of the information known as plaintext into an alternative form known as ciphertext. Although encrypted data appears random, encryption proceeds in a logical, predictable way, allowing a party that receives the encrypted data and possesses the right key to decrypt the data, turning back into plain text. Truly secure encryption will use key complex enough that a third party is highly unlikely to decrypt or break the ciphertext by brute force, in other words, by guessing the key. Types of encryption. There are two kinds of encryption. One is symmetric encryption. In symmetric encryption, there is only one key, and all communicating parties use the same key for both encryption and decryption. Another one is asymmetric encryption. In asymmetric encryption or public key encryption, there are two keys. One key is used for encryption and a different key is used for decryption. The decryption key is kept private, while the encryption key is shared publicly for anyone to use. Asymmetric encryption is a foundational technology or TLS, or also called SSL. Now, why is the data encryption is necessary? One is a privacy. Encryption ensures that no one can read communication or data at rest except the intended recipient or the rightful data owner. This prevents attackers, ad networks, internet services providers, and in some cases governments from intercepting and reading sensitive data. Another is number two, security. Encryption helps prevent data breaches, whether the data is in transit or at rest. If a corporate device is lost or stolen and its hard drive is properly encrypted, the data on that device will still be secure. Similarly, encrypted communication enables the communicating parties to exchange sensitive data without leaking the data. Number three, data integrity. Encryptions also help to prevent malicious behavior, such as on a path attack. When the data is transmitted across the internet, encryption ensures that what the recipient received has not been tampered with on the way. Authentication. Public key encryptions, among other things, can be used to establish that a website owner owns the private key listed in the website TLS certificate. This allows users of the website to be sure that they are connected to the real website. Number 5, regulation. For all these reasons, many industry and government regulation require companies that handle the data to keep the data encrypted. Example, the regulatory and compliance standards that requires encryptions include HIPAA or HIPAA, PCI DSS, and the GDPR. What is encryption algorithm? An encryption algorithm is the method used to transport data into ciphertext. An algorithm will use the encryption key in order to alter the data in a predictable way. So that way, even though the encrypted data will appear random, it can be turned back into a plain text using the decryption key. What are the common encryption algorithm? There are common use symmetric as encryption algorithm. Include one is EES or Advanced Encryption Standard, 3DES or Triple Data Encryption Algorithm. SNOW 1.0, SNOW 2.0, and SNOW 3G are the word-based synchronous stream cipher. Another example or commonly used in asymmetric encryption algorithm is RSA or Reverse Shamir Adleman, ECC or Elliptic Curve cryptography.
Good day, everyone. I'm Jason Patrick Sagmeister, and what is brute force attack in encryption? A brute force attack is when an attacker who does not know the description key attempt to determine the key by making millions or billions of guesses. Brute force attacks are much faster with modern computer, which which is why encryption has to be extremely strong and complex. Most modern encryption methods, coupled with high-quality passwords, are resistant to brute force attacks. Also, they may become vulnerable to such attack in the future as computer becomes more and more powerful. Weak passwords are still susceptible to brute force attack. Ens- Encryption protects data across device. Most of us multiple devices in our day-to-day lives, and transferring data from device to device can carry risk. Encryption technology helps to protect data across the device. Even during transfer, additional security measures like advanced authentication help to deter authentication user. Number 1. Encryptions help when moving data to cloud storage. More and more users or organizations are, are storing their data in the cloud, which means cloud security is essential. Scripted storage helps to maintain the privacy of data. Users should ensure the data is kept in flight while in use at rest and storage. Number 2. Encryption helps organizations secure office. Many organizations have remote office, especially post-pandemic. This can pose cybersecurity risk in data is being accessed from several different locations. Encryption helps guard against theft or accidental loss of data. Number 3. Data encryption protects intellectual property. Digital rights management systems create data at rest. In this case, intellectual property, such as songs or software, to prevent reverse engineering and unauthorized use or reproduction of copyright material. There are many important uses of encryptions. Most of us encounter encryptions every day. Popular use include every time you use an ATM or buy something online with a smartphone, encryption is used to protect the information being relayed. Securing devices such as encryptions for laptops. Most of legitimate websites use secure sockets layer or SSL, which is a form of encryption data when it is being sent to and from a website. This keeps attackers from accessing that, that data while it is transit. Look for the padlock icon in the URL on the URL bar. And the S is the HTTPS to ensure you are conducting secure encrypted transactions online. Your email encryption can be used to erase data since deleted information can sometimes be brought back using data recovery tools. If you encrypt the data first and throw away the key, the only thing that anybody can recover is the ciphertext and not the original data. Encryption in cybersecurity is a way of protecting private information from being stolen or compromised. Another important aspect of online safety is using a high-quality antivirus solution.